Okay. Okay, okay, it was doing the countdown and it was like 5, 4, 3, and I was like, "Wait, where's the?"
What?
I was like,
Where's
"Wait, are we on?" Like,
Hey, I kind of liked it though. It felt very natural. I was into it. Hey, giving us like
so
a
we
Fonzie.
yeah, we're back for the meets. Let's think of that we know the camera is in place on and it is rolling.
And you know who doesn't give a fuck about that camera is Kima. Look at her. Sorry,
Kima going.
She's here all episode.
Just hanging out, taking cute naps. We love it.
We love it. My little piglet back there. All right. What kind of meets are we getting into this week, Christine?
So, as promised, we are talking about just a few transits. But we're getting into some transits this week because, how can we, let an eclipse season go by and not get into the meets about eclipses, right? And like what this season means for us.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So, also, we have a merge. Maybe soon. It's like, no, we're speaking in for
we might have merged. Yeah, speak it into existence.
Speaking into existence. Mercury in retrograde is the first transit we're going to talk about today. Because it is the one that's coming the soonest. And Mercury goes into retrograde on April 1st. Now,
so soon.
We are in the shade, the retro shade, which we'll talk about. So we may already be feeling these effects, but they will officially come into effect and be, most intense during this time. So April 1st. So before we go any deeper, just as a quick refresher, or for any, new listeners, anyone new to astrology, Mercury retrograde lasts about 3.5 weeks. So this period will be from April 1st to April 25th. And the retro shade can be 3 weeks leading up to and 3 weeks following the retrograde period. So typically this affects our communications, our travels, and technology, as these are things with 3 rules. Now, if you'd like to know much more about retrogrades, we have a whole episode. It is our 2nd episode, which I was like,
so early on.
So early, like we just jumped right into retrogrades. You're like, let's get it, right in. Now, episode 2 is called Tears in the Club. Retrograde in parentheses. Now this episode is only available on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
So we know
exclusive content.
Yes, exclusive content there. But you can listen to podcasts for free with a free Spotify account. Like, you don't have to have a paid account. So just hop over there.
It's not information behind the paywall. You just have to patronize Spotify for a hot second.
Yeah. Make a free account. Go listen to the episode. If you want to delete it after, that's fine. But, or maybe you'll keep it in case, you want to listen to episode 4, which is also only available on Spotify.
That's right. Our early seasons did have some exclusive Spotify only content. So yeah,
we had music, y'all. We had music.
Man.
If one day, maybe we'll be able to have music again.
Perhaps.
When we get big,
When someone starts paying us to do this for real, let us know. By the way, we're here waiting for it.
So, check those out. Check those episodes out. So we're going to get into a little bit more specifically about this retrograde. So this will be our first full occurrence of the Mercury retrograde for this year. The last one ended on New Year's Day. So
New Year's Day.
Born last year. But what a New Year's Day to just be
start
coming
over.
Out of the retrograde.
It's amazing. Love it.
I was reading something. It was saying that one kind of put a delay or a halt on some people's resolutions, things that they had plans for maybe in the new year. Kind of just made it kind of delayed. Kind of, no, well, that didn't quite happen, but that's what happens every year, right? So people skirt off on those resolutions, they fall off pretty quick.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's same here, honestly. It happens all the time. But whatever. You don't need you can start a resolution whenever, a resolution whenever you want.
Resolution. Maybe try it around the spring equinox. It might be more successful if you try it in a time where,
Okay,
the
get off
energy
the
is, with you, right?
like right
move with the
now.
natural rhythm of the earth.
Yeah, it's why are we all subscribed to this stupid ass Gregorian calendar that doesn't make any sense to our bodies? Oh my god, I can all day. Anyway,
so just a side note there. So what can we expect this retrograde? So this retrograde is in Libra, Mercury. I'll say this is in Aries, not Libra.
Oh, okay. Yes.
We'll get to the Libra part in a second. But you might reconnect with a past love interest. You might face some scheduling issues.
Yes, for sure.
You might find that miscommunications escalate minor arguments or issues into larger ones. I've seen some of these things already. These things are at play. So this retrograde is going to be a little bit different as it is beginning in between two eclipses.
Oh man, what weird energy.
Okay, an eclipse corridor, if you will. So this, we want to be mindful of the power that our words hold during this time, during the eclipse season. You might even feel that energy brewing before the eclipses begin, right? So now. But March 18th began the retro shade period for Mercury retrograde, and the retro shade ends on May 13th.
Oof, that's so far from now. But
it's
actually,
almost 2 months of retrograde action. That's a lot going on.
So generally, I know Mercury retrograde affects travel, and I have had 2 trips, both to Nashville. I had one that was scheduled for a couple weekends ago, and I didn't go. And then I had another one scheduled for the weekend of 420. And now with all this house stuff, I had to cancel that too. So I'm just like, maybe it's for the best. But then I'm going to Chicago on the 19th. So I'm just like, okay, we're out of the retro shade. We're out of everything. Maybe it will be fine to fly again.
Yes. And again, it's just really being easy. Checking things, make sure you check in or whatever,
Go with the flow.
Check it again, do it again, just make sure it happens. I thought I pressed that button.
Just check it again. Just make sure. Doesn't hurt to check.
Never hurts. Definitely during this time. So, retrograde officially again starts on April 1st. And that is April Fool's Day.
That's comical. That is fucking comical.
So let's talk about it. Because, I got some thoughts now.
Well, always we have thoughts, right? What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? So it's important to be cautious here. We love a prank. But
okay, no, actually, I don't love a prank. Don't ever fucking prank me.
And I'm I'm not really sure who I'm saying we, because I love to watch it. I think we talked about this. I like to see a prank.
Yes, but don't play that shit with me. Okay,
don't play those games with me. I'm not here for those games. Okay.
Yes, I think we did. We talk. I don't think we talked about this on air, but I think it was after we recorded, but I was telling you about I used to have a friend that would jump scare the fuck out of me all the time, and I was like, I gotta stop being your fucking friend. This isn't nice or fun. I'm scared. Okay, I'm a little baby.
This, okay,
do not do that shit to me.
I don't like it. I don't consent to it. Thank you.
So, especially on April Fool's Day this year, because it could go awry for a lot of reasons, as you're saying.
Let's talk about exactly why this is the wrong idea. So these things can easily go wrong and result in people getting upset or angry. And that's probably a normal thing for doing pranks, but it's Aries season, okay, y'all?
It's about to get heated, okay? Leave it alone.
Who's the hottest of the hot.
the baby. Okay,
Okay?
they're on fire. They're gonna be mad at
They're
you.
on fire.
Very
And
mad.
they want to light you up.
Yeah.
So also remember that accidents can happen if people take things too far.
It's
Because
true.
it is also Aries season. And there's potential to cause harm to yourself or another. And Aries governs accidents
Mm-hmm.
and bodily harm.
Ooh,
So
be
it's a
careful.
time to really be careful.
Be fucking
So
careful.
it's not the time. Just let the pranks go this year. It's okay. And another reminder about Aries is that Aries is the god of war. So don't start nothing no one will be done.
Yep, don't start.
Or
Don't be nuns.
be prepared to catch these hands, okay? Because Aries will fight, remember?
That's true.
And
They
even
are not
if it's
afraid.
not an Aries, it's Aries season, and people are in the mood for a little fight.
People who are normally cool are gonna be fucking ready to beat your ass. So please be careful.
It's eclipse season. It's retrograde season. It's Aries season. It's a lot of intense energy. I would just save it. That's my personal warning.
Save it. Save it.
Save it this year. Just let the pranks go. Just let the pranks go.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know if I even want to go to work that day. I'm like, really, do we need to? Because I'm like, if a child, I'm just, like, let me just be clear up front. Okay.
Do you remember that era of, I don't know if you were on TikTok during all this, but that era where everyone was just doing, it's really at that era, it was literally 2 years ago, where all the kids were doing the crazy pranks on TikTok and filming it and shit. I'm not having any of that.
We're not. We're done. I mean, yeah. We won't get off on that attention, but yeah, we're definitely not doing that. We'll just give you the eyes now.
Right.
Don't do me today. Or any other day, but not today. No. Definitely not today. Okay. So people may want to be forgiven quickly, right? They're gonna fuck it up. They're going to fuck it up. Just letting y'all know, someone's gonna do it.
Yep.
Because they want to be forgiven quickly because Aries it moves quick, right?
It does.
But their actions and words may be hard to forget. So again, before you do this thing, think 3 times. Not just twice, 3 times.
3.
And play the tape all the way through. Just run it all the way. Is this the friend that you should do this with? Think about the friend. Think about the person. Is this the person? Are they really gonna have a good time with this? Probably not. Okay, don't do it. This is not the time.
Get advice.
Don't lose a friend or a loved one.
It's not cool. It's not cool. Don't do that shit to me. Also, I'm saying it again. It's on the record now. Okay, so another thing. Watch out for old flames seeking closure during this time. I hope not.
Yeah, especially during the solar eclipse. But this time could also be helpful to bring about healing, making it easier to move on from unresolved problems. Okay.
That's nice, actually. That could be, it's a catalyst for some good things, which makes sense. And it's eclipse season, so things, I feel like I've heard Jessica say this a million times, so correct me if I fuck it up, but eclipse season is setting the tone for things to happen a while from now. It's not, it's a long form thing.
Yes, it's setting the stage. So this isn't anything instantaneous, right? This is stuff that's, in the works, in the process of over the next 6 months.
Right.
So pay attention to these things, right? So now if you're contacted by your ex, by someone from your past, you don't have to reconnect with him. This does not mean that it's meant to be. If they show up, it doesn't mean it's meant to be. It just means maybe listen, see what you need from the situation. Maybe you need some kind of closure, and maybe here it is for you, whatever. Maybe you don't need that closure anymore, and you I'm cool. Thank you for hitting me up, but I'm good.
Christine, I feel like you are speaking directly to me because You know. I love to spin the block. It's just like a thing.
It's about, oh, look, we did like we
And
talked
even,
about
even well, we're talking to because we're both Pisces, so I get it. But like, we both love to spin the block, and also I'm just like too nice to be like, "Fuck you, don't reach out to me." Like if somebody reaches
right. No,
out,
I'm
I'm
gonna
always
entertain
like,
it. I'm
"How
definitely
are
gonna entertain
you?" Even if it's just like friendly, nice. Like I just cannot be. I
it.
don't know what my fucking problem is. I'm like, you don't even want to talk to these people. These people were all bad for you, but here I am, just being like,
Here we are.
wow, hope you're doing
How are
well.
you? What are you doing these days? Yeah, all the small talk. Why?
She likes to be liked. What can I say?
Like, oh, they're there again. They're back. Here they
They're
are.
back. Yeah.
Maybe it does a little something for our, egos. I don't know.
Perhaps. But yeah.
But do what makes you feel comfortable, right?
That's right. And you know what? Maybe don't listen to me because I also spun the block and ended up in a very happy relationship. So who knows? It's yeah. Maybe it's all right.
Trust your intuition. That's what I will say.
There you go. Trust your gut. Trust those feelings.
And during this time, I would, just take your time.
Yes.
Again, we're in a retrograde.
Especially during the retrograde. Lots is happening astrologically.
Get through. It's fine. You don't have to give them an answer immediately.
That's
right.
right.
Let me think on this. I need to take some time after, actually, about several, 6 to 9 weeks. And I'll get back to you.
Yes.
But, don't be pushed to do anything just to make others happy or secure.
There you go. There you go.
That's very Aries, right? Take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You are the number one priority in your life.
You sure are.
Mm-hmm. So now another thing that may, come up during this time, you may want to honor your inner child. That can be very healing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The baby, Aries.
The baby.
So this retrograde is going to give us a chance to look back and allow us to give our younger selves hugs and even some of the hurt and trauma we experienced as kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
That's good. We love the inner child work. Yes. I'm sure if you've listened to this podcast for any length of time at all, you've heard us talk about that. It's kind of the root of most things.
Okay. Most things. So we're here for that kind of healing.
Absolutely.
So remember that while you're reminiscing about the past,
mm-hmm.
You may come across some new info that seems inaccurate and feel the need to change your opinions.
That's okay. Yeah, that sounds right.
You come to some different conclusions. So you may also feel a sense of relief when finally addressing those long avoided issues or when you see the truth in the matters. So that sounds like good stuff right there. Very healing, just very,
yes,
getting stuff clear, getting stuff, out of the way. Yeah. So again, during a retrograde, we want to avoid making impulsive decisions or jumping to conclusions. Again, that is very Aries energy, so that's going to be very important during this season to watch out for.
Definitely.
Really take your time because Aries energy really doesn't like to do that. Get all the information before reacting to something.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. I already need to tell myself that again, even though I'm like, I know it, but I'm just like, remember.
Make sure you're not projecting or gaslighting or leaving yourself vulnerable to drama.
Yes. 100%.
Don't engage, right? Really watch out for these things during this season. Now, a special note, excuse me. On April 11th, now this is beyond this, this week of the eclipse, or not beyond the week of the eclipse, but beyond the time period that we're really looking at. But Mercury is in Cazimi, meaning that it is in the heart of the sun. So that gives it a lot of power to make plans for the future.
Interesting.
So, important date to note.
Okay.
4/11. So this will be the best day of the retrograde.
Okay.
So we always want to know those days, right?
Right. Give me a good day. I like that.
If you
I
need a
like
date
that.
to sign something, maybe that might be a good day.
Yeah, let's move this couple
4/11.
days. So okay. Noted. I'm putting it in my calendar. We love to see it.
Oh, the next transit we're going to talk about is Venus in Aries. Someone here loves a Venus in Aries.
Someone, I don't know who it could be, but someone has an Aries Venus.
Yes.
Shows it all the time on the podcast.
No, come out. It's just, it's ever present. So on April 5th, Venus enters Aries, and with Venus in Aries, love is spontaneous and direct.
Sexy.
No beating around the bush here. We're coming right for you. The chase is very exciting to us under this fiery influence. We're bold, fresh, and a little impatient when it comes to matters of the heart. Aries is known for the love of the chase and the conquest, but Aries can be long-standing as it remains relatively fresh. So keep it fresh. Aries will hang in there with you. It gets stale. They go.
Don't let it get stale. That's for sure. That's for sure. Absolutely.
Yes. So desires are strong and expressed spontaneously, enthusiastically, and directly. Don't forget directly.
So direct. Ask for what you need.
Gotta be hidden. It's not gonna be confusing at all.
That's good.
That's the good thing about Aries. You're not gonna be confused.
No. I like that. It's a good quality, right? I wish I had more of that.
Okay. No, I'm here for it. So Aries prefers to seduce rather than be seduced, right? They're the chaser.
Right.
And so they chase rather than be the chase. They don't want you to chase them. Like they want to chase you.
Right.
This is my problem.
Sorry.
Aries I want to chase people. It's
fun.
It's not a traditional thing, right? It's like you're not supposed to.
I don't want to be coy and wait around.
Like, what if I can't do it? It's like not for a long period. It's taking too long. So now Aries isn't known for apologizing, so you may not be interested in making those apologies.
Definitely not. Yeah.
But you should do it anyway.
You should. It's a good thing to do.
Do it anyway. Just know that if you find yourself in a position you could be as stubborn about making an apology, you should just go ahead and do it.
Just go ahead.
The energy is on you, and you okay?
Yep. It's helpful. You'll feel better at the end of the day, honestly.
Yeah, let it go. It's time to make things work right now. Okay, it's not time to be a barrier.
That's right.
So now you may gravitate towards Aries-like activities, pleasures, and pastimes, and objects of interest. You might veer towards action, new enterprise, conquests, or courageous, daring acts.
Ooh, okay.
Again, it's accident season too.
So be careful. Yes.
Yeah, together.
It's all happening at the same time. So caution.
It's the Eclipse. There's a lot of compounded energy here. So it's like you may feel these things, but you may just want to really take your time. That's my advice. So you may also be impulsive with money or entertainment choices. Venus, governs our money. And so Aries and Venus together with money, again, I can tell you, right.
Yes.
And they like to spend it quick. It just seems to just go so fast. There's just never enough.
I swear.
So that is our Aries coming into Venus entering into Aries. Now for the main events, our new moon total solar eclipse in Aries.
Ooh.
April.
Oh, this is gonna be something.
So this is the last time that we will see a total solar eclipse in the lower 48 states until 2045.
Oh, 2045. I didn't realize that. This is a big event.
I'll be 60.
Ooh,
Y'all.
damn. I'll be in my 50s. That's
Look at you.
crazy.
Like, that's
Ooh.
wild.
Yeah, I'll be like 52, 53.
I'll be
Crazy.
60 on those.
I will, you know what? I'll think of you whenever it's happening. Hopefully we're still friends. Hopefully we're podcast moguls by then. And we'll be
Right.
like, do you remember when we bet way back?
Remotely.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I hope to God to not be fucking working anymore. Like,
That's
yeah.
just, again, we like fun work, but like hopefully
Right.
we'll get to retire early because
Yes, that's right. Manifest it for us, please.
yes. So, there's only been some different warnings that have come out this week around this eclipse. I keep getting things, of course, I always get the space news. I've been getting some, other interesting. I'll have to do some space stories for it.
Ooh, yes, I
Some
love
other
space
interesting
stories.
space news as well, but I'm
Okay.
getting a lot of, interesting articles about the eclipse. But, there have been warnings from the FAA about flights during that time, especially on that day. Warnings about, I think I got one today about cell networks being impacted. So for people to, be on the lookout for that. And of course, some state and local governments have already declared a state of emergency or whatnot for
Right. Because you
the
can't go
aftermath.
outside. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Wow.
it's a big deal.
Interesting.
So if you're in the path of totality,
it's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a wild time.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself and things. It's just gonna be a lot going on, a lot of different energy. So something to remember with the eclipses is that there are always two of them, right? So April 8th will be our solar eclipse, and then, we just had our lunar eclipse here on March 25th, which was just a couple days ago. Now, of course, because it airs, it'll be like a week ago.
Right.
And they're almost always in opposite signs. Almost always. Sometimes we have, I think a situation later this year that we have the solar eclipse in Libra, and the lunar eclipse is actually going to be in Pisces.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so sometimes that just catches it on the edge.
Yeah.
And it's actually not the opposite sign. So, almost always. So I'm like, oh, where did I go? The signs of the eclipses are Aries, which is how we are seeing ourselves. How how you see yourself. Let me say it how I wrote it. You, how you see yourself. And then Libra, you completely relative to someone else. So those are the two energies that we're in these eclipses. So people may be finding out how to update their relational contracts to be more fair to themselves or the other person. And the goal is to have more peace in relationships, right? We want these, relationships to work more effectively, be, smooth and harmonious, right? That's Libra energy. So eclipses affect everyone, just as a note.
Of course.
This is not just something that's just for the people who are in that sign. There are things to know, like if you're the sun, if that's your sun, or if those are your rising signs. But generally, eclipses are going to get us all. Okay, we're all going to feel the energy.
Everybody comes for everybody.
Everybody's getting these eclipse hands. Okay,
the eclipse hands.
They're for everyone. If you do have placements in these signs, what those placements mean will be part of what's showing up for you. So some will feel this in a more life-changing way, and others may feel this more subtly. So, that's kind of the difference there.
Yeah.
Now, the focus for this eclipse season is going to be tuning into self and partnerships. And this is not just romantic, but also business partnerships, friendships, coworkers, all those different kinds of one-on-one relationships. You're going to want to be tuning into those.
Yes.
So try to identify where you're unable to focus on your partnerships because you're so fixated with your personal path. So that's the work we can do there. Well, shadow work, maybe figuring that piece out. So, just a note here: big transits like this always pull energy from the opposite sign or the sister sign. So some of those lessons are going to be in the opposite sign's energy. So, this transit is in Libra, so it's going to pull some of that Aries energy of like that self work. So the energies come together. So just know you are separate, you are separate from your partnerships, but also your partnerships are essential to experience your experience of yourself. Right. So our experience of ourselves through other people. So yeah, like it's all important, right? We don't just have one, we have both. And they work together. That's what the energy does.
Absolutely.
So pay attention during this time as we'll be given the tools we need to recognize and claim what we need to truly thrive. You can receive epiphanies and surprises that could bless you with wisdom, but make sure to employ this knowledge so you can continue growing and evolving. So don't just like hear the message, like, oh, that was a nice message. Like,
right. Actually
apply it.
Implement it into your life. It's a hard thing to do, but like, figure it out.
We have to hear things a few times sometimes before we're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do that thing. And usually by the time we do it, oh, I should have done this sooner because it's worked out.
Yes.
So just a little mini preview here. During the lunar eclipse in the intuitive Pisces on September 17th or 18th, that depends on your time zone, we'll be asked to really tune into how our feelings affects our actions. So in this moment, the instinct ruling moon will oppose the consciousness driven sun, allowing us to see the world as it truly is. Very clarifying, right?
Okay.
So try to channel these insights into making some concrete changes to the way you operate in your day-to-day life. And the next solar eclipse after that will be on October 2nd. So that's the one that's in Libra.
Okay.
So just a little energy just to know like the next season, a little later this year, kind of how this all works together. So the things we're taking now will take us to that next season. And then we will be getting those next lessons, right, to integrate into the next.
It
That's
never
how the
stops.
cycle
You
goes,
have
right?
to just keep doing the work over and over again.
Eclipse season to eclipse season.
Yes.
To eclipse season.
Such is life. Find beauty in the work,
Always evolving. Hopefully. So yeah, that's our little transit news, y'all. Like, govern yourselves accordingly. Just be mindful. I think just always being present, being mindful, understanding that the energy that's going on may cause some miscommunications, some things that go awry. Try to have patience and grace for people. Trying to be our best selves. Continue to be our best selves.
Yes. It's good advice for all times, but especially the current ones,
I'm telling you, now Aries season doesn't always make us want to be our best selves,
It really does not. It really does not. Let me tell you.
Once we pull the other side out, like, well, listen, don't make me get the fire out.
Don't make me. Don't make me.
Trying to be water, but you want me to be fire.
It's in there. It's in there somewhere.
It's coming. Yeah, trying to give you some time. The water is, then I got the Taurus in there. The Earth is really being patient with you.
Yes, it's very kind. Very kind.
In a minute, we're going to scorch the Earth. Okay,
She's ready.
We're lighting it up. Okay, y'all, we're gonna take a little break here and come back. We got a little Mercury retrograde horoscope.
Yes. Okay. See y'all soon.